Good morning, students. Welcome to the Basics of Civil Engineering lecture classes. I am Hemanth Kumar, Assistant Professor of Civil Engineering from G. Pullareddy Engineering College, Autonomous. So today in this session, we are going to be discuss on the lecture 4, that is on building construction materials, especially on concrete. Okay, in the previous lecture 3 we have discussed about the introduction of the building materials and what are the types of building materials and what are the properties of building materials that we have discussed in lecture number 3. But in today's lecture number 4 we are going to be discussing on the especially of concrete. So concrete is also one of a building material. When coming to the lecture number 4, building construction materials under concrete, there are some of the contents are there today in this session we are going to be discussing. That is, first one, introduction to the concrete. Second one, purpose of a concrete, ingredients, and next, third one is the manufacturing process of concrete material. Okay, first of all, we will see what is the introduction of a concrete. First of all, what is meant by a concrete? Concrete is nothing but it is a composite material. It is not a single material. Concrete is nothing but it is a composite material which is mixture of sand plus cement plus coarse aggregate and mixed with the water, it will be prepared as concrete material. Okay, so what is the purpose of a concrete? We can in our construction structures we can create some of the structural elements. So the structural elements are nothing but either beams or columns or slabs or footings or any type of a RCC wall also we can construct. Nothing but it is a shear wall. So concrete is nothing but it is nothing but as a mixture of cement, sand and coarse aggregate which is mixed with the water. Finally it will become the liquid state. And also in that concrete we can add the additive materials, nothing but admixtures, or else we can add the reinforcement, nothing but reinforced cement concrete. Okay, right. So in concrete there are having two types of a concrete, especially we are going to be discussing on. But in that concrete it is going to be classified on number of types of special concretes. Okay, so we will see what are the two types of concrete. So one is nothing but PCC, nothing but plain cement concrete, and next one is RCC, nothing but reinforced cement concrete. P stands for plain, CC stands for cement concrete, and here R stands for reinforcement, CC stands for cement concrete. So nothing but in the plain cement we are going to be preparing the plain concrete, nothing but mixture of cement plus sand plus coarse aggregate mixing with the water. When coming to the RCC, in that plain cement concrete we are going to be adding the steel reinforcements in the lecture number 3. So we have discussed about on the topic on steel. So that steel reinforcements we are going to be using. So what is the purpose of the reinforced cement concrete? So most of the building structures or most of the statues which we are seeing in our present human life, so those structures are constructing by the RCC type of elements. Okay, nothing but beams. In our home also we can observe, and next to hotels or else any restaurants or else big shopping malls, all the building structures are using by the construction of the RCC, nothing but reinforced cement concrete. When coming to the plain CC, so we can use for the road transportation, or else we can use for the foundation bed. Okay, like that some different types of for some different purpose we can use the plain cement concrete and RCC type of concrete. Okay, right. So what is the purpose of a concrete ingredients? Okay, we have discussed concrete is nothing but it is a composite material. What are the composites material? Nothing but either two or three different materials we are going to be combining to form one of a material, that is concrete. No, so what are those composite materials we are going to be discuss in purpose? First one is the cement, no, second one is the sand, no, and third one is the coarse aggregate. What is the purpose of a cement we can used in concrete? What is the purpose of a sand we can used in concrete? What is the purpose of a coarse aggregates we have to use in that concrete? Okay, in previous video only, in the previous video, lecture number 3, cement, sand, aggregates we have discussed. Okay, but in concrete, what is the purpose? Is there any need? Okay, is there any need to have to mix these materials? Okay, why? So let me take first one, cement. What is the purpose of a cement? Means nothing but to develop the bonding strength in between sand and aggregates. Okay, sand and aggregates, not only for sand and aggregates. What aggregates? Coarse aggregates. Okay, coarse aggregates. So in aggregates it is going to be divided in two types. One is coarse aggregate, another one is the fine aggregate. That fine aggregate is going to be calling as a sand. Okay, that fine aggregate is going to be calling as a sand. So not only for sand and coarse aggregates, so it will be develop the bonding strength in between concrete material with reinforcement material also. So that is the main purpose of a cement. So when we are going to be adding the cement to prepare the concrete, means to develop the more bonding strength. Okay, next, when coming to the sand, what is the purpose of a sand? Nothing but to reduce the air voids in that concrete. Okay, to reduce the air voids. So most of that, when we are going to be preparing the concrete, when we are placing into that specific location, it should not get more air voids. The air voids should be very less. So to reduce those air voids, we have to be use sand particles. Okay, in that air voids, air voids means, for example, this is one of a location. So this is a sand particle, this is the concrete. So this is the main air voids. Nothing but in this air void, if there is any air voids are present in that concrete material, slowly it will reduce that strength of a concrete member. So that's why to avoid these air voids, we have to use sand material. Okay, we have to use sand material. Then in that air voids only the sand will enter. Next, when coming to the coarse aggregate, what is the purpose of a coarse aggregate? Nothing but to improve the strongness of a concrete material. Okay, coarse aggregate means which are nothing but stone particles or else small rock particles. So what is the purpose? Nothing but to improve the strong nature in the concrete. Okay, to strong nature for the concrete. So what is the purpose of these ingredients? Why we are mixing these ingredients to prepare a concrete? Means nothing but cement will mention the bonding strength and sand will mention the air voids. Sorry, sand will reduce the air voids. And when coming to the coarse aggregates, okay, when coming to these coarse aggregates, which will improve to strongest nature for the concrete material. Okay, for the concrete material. So you people just observe here in this figure. So here coarse aggregates are there. Next, cement particle is there. Next, sand also is there. And next, water. When coming to the water, the selection of a water, it should be purified. Nothing but potable water. Potable water we have to be used for construction purpose. Okay, potable water we have to be used for construction purpose, not only for construction, to prepare the concrete also. Why? Because if we are going to be using that mineral water, what will be there in that water? Minerals will present. Okay, whatever it may be, either sodium, nothing but salt contaminants. Okay, salt contaminants will damage the structural elements also. So that's why we have to be used to prepare the concrete material, the potable water. Okay, next, sand plus cement plus sand plus coarse aggregate plus water. Finally we will get to that concrete material. Again there are some different mix proportions are there from M5 to M7.5, M5, M7.5, M10, M15, M20, M25, M30, M35, M40. So depends on these mixed proportions only we are going to be adding the ingredients as per ratios. Okay, right students, right. What is the manufacturing process of concrete? So the manufacturing process of concrete, it will be manufactured on site location, not at factories, not at off site. Off site means nothing but the concrete material which is preparing in off site. So in factories there are no preparation of a concrete will be there. So why? Because whatever we are going to be preparing the concrete, it will be starting in liquid state. Okay, after the 24 hours, suddenly it turns into the hardened state, nothing but solid state. So that solid state of concrete, again we should not use for the construction purpose. If there is any purpose means we can use for the recycling. So the manufacturing process of a concrete, we have to prepare on site location itself. Okay, for example, if you are going to be pouring the concrete for entire slab at a 5th floor, or else if you are going to be pouring the entire concrete on a slab at a 15th floor, so we have to prepare the concrete at on-site location, nothing but field location. Okay, now to preparation of a manufacturing process of concrete, there are some of the stages are there. So we have to follow all these stages in perfect manner. So then the concrete workability will get excellent. Okay, then the concrete workability will have the very good nature. So it depends on the workability of concrete. So especially the range of workability is 0.4 to 0.6. In between we can take 0.45, 0.5, 0.55. So depends on these workability ranges, we are going to be calculating that concrete mix design. Okay, so then we are going to be checking that workability of a concrete. It should be very good workable. So let me see what are the steps will involved to manufacture process of a concrete. First one, batching. Second one, mixing. Third one, transporting and placing. Fourth one, compacting. Fifth one, curing. Okay, fifth one is curing. You people can observe the 5 stages. Okay, you people can observe the 5 stages or else 5 steps in this one image. So what is the first step? Nothing but batching. So what is the purpose of a batching? The collecting or measuring of the quantity materials. Okay, quantities of materials. So how we can take the quantity of material? You just imagination. You just in your hand, how much quantity of sand will come? In your hand, how much quantity of cement will come? In your hand, how much quantity of aggregates will come? And finally, in your hand, how how much quantity of water also will come? So is there required? So batching is one of a main important. That's why we are going to be start with the batching process. Okay, batching means nothing but collecting all the materials. We have to be take as per measuring. Okay, next mixing. So how we are going to be mixing that concrete? So the second stage you see here just manual mixing is there. But for example, if we are going to be constructing very large theater or else very large complex shopping mall or else very large statue, so you can't prepare that entire concrete by the manual itself, no. So there are some of the equipments will be there. So those equipments we will be discussing upcoming next slides. Okay, next, transporting and placing. Transporting means nothing but what you have mixed concrete, what you have prepared the mixing of a concrete, that mixed concrete will be transported from one place to the another place. Nothing but if you are going to be mixing that concrete at the 5th floor, no. Okay, where we are going to be mixing that concrete, nothing but at the ground floor or else on the road surface. So now you have to take that mixed concrete from ground floor to the 10th floor or else 5th floor also you have to take. How you are going to be taking? Nothing but that is the process of a transportation. Okay, we have to provide the transportation facility for the mixing concrete. Okay, at the ground floor or else at the road surface, the concrete is going to be mixing. That concrete we have to be transported and we have to be placed in specific location. What is that specific location? Nothing but slabs or else beams or else columns, like that. Okay, so this is the part you people can see. Okay, next. Fourth one is compacting. What is the purpose of a compacting? Is there any required for the compaction? Nothing but when you are going to be placing the concrete in the specific location, we should not leave like that only. Okay, we should not leave that like that only. We have to compact well. So what are the methods we'll be having in that compaction? So nothing but the methods will be having some different methods, either rod vibratory rod method or else vibratory plate methods. So like that. Now what is the purpose of a compacting? Nothing but to reduce the air voids in that concrete. We are going to be using that compaction. The placed concrete well compacted to reduce the air gaps. Okay, so in the previous slide only we have discussed, in the previous slide only we have discussed, nothing but sand will be used to reduce the air voids. Now we are using the compacting. Okay, we are using the compacting now. Is there any link is there in between sand and compacting purpose? For example, okay, we'll discuss a small example. You just imagine, let us take a small rice bag. Okay, let us take a small rice bag. In that empty rice bag, so in that empty rice bag, you just fill the all rice particles in that bag. Okay, first you take the empty rice bag. After that, fill all the rice material into that bag. So then you just shake it away. Okay, you then just shake it. How it will be having? So the heavy quantity will be reduced to nothing but inside that rice particles a small air voids will be there. So how it was reduced to? Nothing but by shaking. So by shaking the purpose, the rice particles will enter into the air voids. So that is the main compaction purpose. So that is the purpose of a compaction. Nothing but when we are adding that sand, the sand only spontaneously it won't go into the air gaps. We have to do some of a action. So what is that action? Nothing but compaction. Okay, so when we are going to be compacting that concrete, then the sand particles will enter into the air voids. Okay, next, finally the curing. Okay, what is the purpose of a curing? So nothing but after the 24 hours, after the 24 hours, so we will be see the liquid state of a concrete is transferred into the solid state. So then onwards we have to do the curing. Is there any need? Okay, is there any need? So the curing, it improves the more strength of a concrete. The best example, nothing but feeding for the babies. Okay, how the babies will grow up, nothing but that is the best small example. Next, the concrete curing starts at 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, 28 days to improve the strength in that concrete material. And finally, last thing is finishing. Okay, now if I'm not able to do for the finishing process, then you can provide any boards also. Okay, finishing means nothing but applying the plastering for the walls, applying the plastering for the slabs. Okay, if you are not applying any plastering for your slab means, then you can go for any POPs. Okay, so these are the basic manufacturing process of concrete. Now let me discuss about each step by step process. Right. First one is batching. So in this batching, nothing but it is a collection of material. What we have collected the material, it have to be measured as perfectly. So the batching will be done in two methods. One is volume batching, second one is the weighing batching. So if before this slide, just I have given a small example. In your hand, how much quantity of sand will be occupied? In your hand, how much quantity of sand and cement? In your hand, how much quantity of coarse aggregates will occupy? So like that, this is a small bucket. Okay, this is a small bucket. In this bucket, how much quantity of sand? Again in this bucket, how much quantity of cement? Again in this bucket, how much quantity of coarse aggregate? And also in this bucket only, how much quantity of water? Will it easy process? If you are thinking, if we are going to be think, yes, this is a easy process. But when we are going to be preparation of a concrete material, we should not go as a volume batching. We should not prefer the volume batching. So we have to go for the weighing batching. So weighing batching means, for example, in your mixed design calculations, the cement it have to be take 1 kg, the sand it have to be take 2 kgs. Next, the coarse aggregates it has to be get 3 kgs. So that 1 kg of cement we have to be measure in this weighing balance. Next, the 2 kgs of sand we have to be measure in this weighing balance. Next, that 3 kgs of coarse aggregate we have to be measure in this weighing balance. Next, how much quantity, how much ml of water also we have to be measure in this weighing balance itself. So then the preparation, nothing but the workability of a concrete will come very good satisfied condition. So my dear students, the batching is also first step and main important stage. Okay, next we will see about the mixing. Right, in the first stage, what you have done, you have collected the all materials by taking the measuring from that weighing balance. Then how you are going to be mixing? So again in the mixing there are two methods are there. One is manual mixing, second one is the machine mixer machine. Okay, machine mixture machine. By using that manual mixing, you people just observe here, see how the person from coarse aggregate, first he will pour that coarse aggregate. Okay, first he will pour the entire coarse aggregate on the ground floor. Next, sand he will pour on that coarse aggregate. Okay, next, cement. So after that, again he is going to be mixing by using that manual process. Manual process means he will be take one of a small equipment by taking the support of that equipment, he is going to be mixed by our hand itself. Okay, so when coming to the manual mixing, it takes more time. Okay, for preparation of a concrete, it should not take more time. So if it takes going to be take the more time means it is going to be set very early. So we have to be prefer for machine mixing. And also one of a small disadvantage in manual mixing is the concrete ingredients, it won't be proper mix. So for the proper mixing purpose, we are going to be mechanical device. Okay, machine mixture machine. Okay, next, transporting and placing. Right, first stage, we have collected the material from the and measured from the weighing balance, and next poured into that concrete machine mixer. Nothing but this is also both concrete machine mixer. So it is attached to the vehicles. Okay. So after that, the concrete is prepared. Now how we are going to be transporting? Either one trolley, this is a trolley vehicle which will be provided at 5th floor or else 10th floor. Okay, or number of floors we can provide. But how we are going to be take? Either we have to provide the lift system. Okay, or else we have to provide here crane through the pipes. Okay, for example, very large high-rise buildings, nothing but 15 floors, 20 floors, like that will be there, no? So those top buildings will be there, no? So for there, at there, how the concrete material is going to be prepared? Nothing but the prepared and transported by these cranes and pipes itself. Okay, and next, for example, for any roadway construction or else any bridgeway constructions or else any highway road constructions, we can use this type of a vehicle for transporting. Next, placing means nothing but what we are preparing the concrete, we are taking through the transport and placing to the specific location. What is a specific? Nothing but in one field he is going to be constructing foundation, nothing but footing part. So in that footing he is going to be placing that concrete. Next, you people can hear. So in the starting slide we have discussed plain cement concrete and reinforced cement concrete. So these are the steel. Wait a minute. These black color lines are there, no? Nothing but steel reinforcement. So first, the steel reinforcement is going to be provided on the top surface or else any road surface. Then we have to be fill the concrete material. So this is the concrete material which is adding into that RCC, reinforced specific location. So then it is a reinforced cement concrete will have. So this is the concept of a transporting and placing. And next one is compacting. Just we have discussed. So the compacting is nothing but when we are going to be doing the compaction process, the air voids will be reduced from that concrete surface. So after the placing of that concrete, okay, so when we at completion of a placing of a concrete in the specific location, so finally we should not leave, we have to do the compaction. The compaction also will be done as manual process or else any mechanical devices. The manual process means nothing but this is a tamping rod. Okay, this is a tamping rod. A small tamping plate will be provided at base and a small a long rod will be placed on the plate. So by using this tamping rod we are going to be compact the entire concrete surface, but it won't be not proper. So that's why vibratory equipment rod will be there. So the vibratory equipment rod, it should be placed, okay, it should be placed as perfectly either perpendicular position to the concrete surface. So then the vibratory, it will be the vibration will be delivers as parallel condition. Okay, my dear students, or else if the entire long surface is there, for example roads or else any bridges, so then we are going to be using this vibratory long plate. By using the vibratory long plate, the compaction process also can done. So the first thing is batching is also one of a main important. Next one, compaction also one of a main important, my dear students, right? And next last one is curing. Okay, so the curing days will start from 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, 28 days. Okay, for 3 days of curing, how much strength was improved on that concrete material? Okay, for 7 days, how much strength was improved from that concrete material? Not only that concrete material, whatever it may be, if you are going to be constructing any type of a building structures, okay, if you are going to be constructing any type of a building structures, you have to do the curing process. So curing also one of a main important to improve the strength level in that concrete member. For 3 days, how much strength increase? For 7 days, how much strength increase? For 14 days, you just observe. 7 days means nothing but 1 week. In that 1 week, what is the half of the week? 3.5 days. So the 0.5 day, it won't be considered. So 3 days. Okay, 3 plus 3, 6. Nothing but 1 week nearly. So that's why 3 days, nothing but half a week. Next 1 week. For 1 week, again we are doing double. 2 weeks means 14 days. Again that 2 weeks I am going to be doing double, nothing but entirely 4 weeks per month, nothing but 28 days. So this is the process we have to do the curing process. Okay, the curing will be done as pond curing. Okay, at the top of a slab surface we are going to be providing grids like pond. Okay, so on this pond we are going to be just store the water the entire morning and evening, or else nothing but sprinkling process. This is the sprinkling process. Okay, so for example, for agricultural fields or else agricultural plants or else trees, how we are going to be sprinkle that water, so same like that. Okay, and next, concept of a gunny bags. Okay, if you are going to be providing this gunny bag on the concrete surface, if you are going to be curing at morning, so most of the thing up to the night it will be slowly the water, the concrete member will absorb the water. Okay, so this is the main importance of a curing. So the curing will be having pond curing or else pot curing or else sprinkling. Next one is the gunny bags curing. This is the gunny bags curing. Okay, my dear students, this is the concept of a concrete. So thank you for your opportunity.